Today, I will try to access some English-speaking sentences, and let's go. If I were a leader, I would be on equal terms with my employees. A professional leader is always ready to take challenges and risks. He is responsible to make important decisions and budgets for the company. He is an expert on finance and good at interpreting the government policies. A sales manager is supposed to sell services and products to potential customers. She is playing a role of a manager and a role of mother at the same time. A good book should not only have an interesting plot, but also a significant. A good book should not only have an interesting plot, but also a significant theme. Books are beyond my interest. Recently, I have been reading a book written by Mark Twain. I often poke around in second-hand bookstores in search of interesting used books. I often poke around in second-hand bookstores in search of interesting used books. I often poke around in second-hand bookstores in search of interesting used books. I often poke around in second-hand bookstores in search of interesting used books. I prefer romantic stories to realistic novels. Nowadays, the market is full of sleep-hold books churned out in a few days. Novels on great heroes are popular in China. People have different tastes for books. You can find all kinds of books on the internet for free. I read romantic novels in my spare time for pleasure. We would resist printed books to protect the interests of the authors. In order to borrow books from the school library, I applied for a reading card. I always wear hand-me-downs when I was a little girl. I like baggy pants because they are comfortable. I don't like skin-tight clothes. I admire the fashionable clothes on fashion magazines, but I won't wear them. Clothes demonstrated on fashion shows are not intended for everyday use. Clothes demonstrated on fashion shows are not intended for everyday use. Different occasions require you to wear different clothes. You should wear formal clothes on important occasions to be polite. Young people are keen for fashion. Nowadays, people have more choices for clothes than 10 years ago. China is a great manufacturer and exporter for clothes. Clothes made of cotton are healthier than those made of synthetic materials. Clothes made of cotton are healthier than those made of synthetic materials. Older people are more conservative about what to wear. Our life is made more convenient because of the invention of computers. Computer provides people with different sorts of entertainment, such as listening to music and watching films. It's said that radiation of the computer screen is harmful to our health. Many young people indulge themselves in surfing on the internet and neglect their studies. Pregnant women should not sit in front of a computer for too long. I'm a computer novice. For me, computer is a means of study and entertainment. Computer viruses can cause a lot of damage. Many young people are obsessed with playing computer games and neglect their studies. Many young people are obsessed with playing computer games and neglect their studies. Computer can be two-edged sword. Computer can be a two-edged sword. Computer is a problem while it brings convenience to people. Computer has received more and more social attention from all walks of life. Computer has received more and more social attention from all walks of life. China is a country with a splendid catering culture. There are 8 major cuisines in China. Sichuan dishes are spicy and hot. Roasted Beijing duck is a famous specialty in Beijing. Roast Beijing duck is a famous specialty in Beijing. I like Cantonese food because it's light in flavor. My mother has excellent culinary skills. I learned cooking from my mother and cookery books. I often watch cooking programs on TV to learn cooking. My father is a gourmet. My mother always experiments on new dishes. Food in restaurants always has too much MSG. My mother is health conscious and prepares food with little MSG and salt. Money is not the thing that I am after. We should not let the rich govern us. The riches govern us. The young people tend to be loose with their money. Many young people borrow from Peter to pay Paul. Time is often compared to money for its precious. Many low-income families cannot make their ends meet. Old people are often thirsty in money. You obtain money in a right way and use it smartly. Money talks couldn't be applied to every situation. Therapy is one of the traditional virtues of Chinese people. Money is often where all the trouble starts. We would cultivate children's capability of dealing with their money. Modern science and technology brings a huge impact on people's way of communication. Letters are gradually giving way to emails. Emails are faster and almost cost-free. Traditional cards and letters are not environment-friendly as they are made of paper. Sometimes writing a letter is more polite and more formal. After receiving a gift, it's thoughtful to write a thank you note. Old people tend to love the sensation of traditional letters. Young people today prefer to call rather than write letters. Whenever I receive a letter from a friend, I feel happy. Most of us have been harassed by junk mails. A letter written in pen can impress feelings much more deeply than an email. E-cards are much more popular for its convenience and sending speed. We send gifts to each other on important festivals. Sending gifts is a way of expressing your gratitude to some person. Gifts represent our best wishes. When people are choosing gifts, they tend to be influenced by advertisements. In my opinion, the giver sincerely is more important than the price of the gift. We tend to send nutritious food to old people as gifts. Take account of the person's preference of the receiver when choosing a gift. When you show your gratitude when receiving a gift. We Chinese people don't open the gift on the spot when receiving it. In China, when people say the gift is worth nothing, they are just trying to be modest. I value handmade gifts more than expensive gifts bought from big stores. Gifts cannot buy friendship. Handcrafts are sold at many tourist sites as souvenirs. Handcrafts are more time-consuming and dedicating than those made by machines. Many people in rural areas make handcrafts as a source of income. The skills to make handcrafts, such as paper cutting, are national treasures. The skills to make handicrafts such as paper cutting are national treasures. The skills to make some handicrafts are to be lost. Refined handicrafts are welcomed by foreign guests. The local government should take more measures. The local government should take some measures to protect some handicraft making skills. Many handicraft skills are only passed to male descendants of the family. Handicrafts are more essential that can help you understand culture easier. Handicrafts sometimes are unique, so that they are of great value. Products made by the merchant can never take the place of handicrafts. Some products made by the merchant look almost the same as handicrafts, which become hard for us to tell. Some products made by the merchant look almost the same as handicrafts, which become hard for us to tell. Writing and keeping a diary is a good habit. I often note down what I did, what I saw, and what I thought every day. I don't write journals in my notebook, but online. You have to be careful not to let out your privacy in your journey. I have a blog of my own and I published my journey online. Writing journey online is a trend among young people, even celebrities. I don't mind how many people are reading my journeys every day. Diaries or journals. Diaries or journals can be taken as a collection of my past stories. Diaries or journals can be taken as a collection of my past stories. Writing can make us think and keep a clear mind. Writing can make us think and keep a clear mind. I'm too busy to write diaries because my rhythm of life is fast. Writing is a necessary and useful skill to everyone in the modern world. You will find out yourself and see the world clearly if you write and think. Robots can help us do some household chores in future. Robots have no feelings and they only accept predesigned orders. Robots have no feelings and they only accept predesigned orders. Robots can be used in some dangerous and poisonous working conditions. Robots work more efficiently than human beings. It's amazing that robots can understand our orders. If robots are well used, we human beings will have more time to relax. As far as I am concerned, robots will be widely used in factory in future. Robots with artificial intelligence can decide to do something by themselves.